Low-dose naltrexone may help autoimmune symptoms, but can it actually modify the disease and prevent damage? Hello, this is Dr. Siddharth Damber, expert in rheumatology and regenerative medicine physician here at Chicago Arthritis. I hear a lot about low-dose naltrexone. Let's separate what is promising from what is actually proven about LDN. First off, what is LDN? Naltrexone is an opioid blocking medication that's FDA approved at a typical oral dose of 50 milligrams for alcohol and opioid use disorders. Low-dose naltrexone, or LDN, generally refers to using a much smaller dose, often between 1.5 and 4.5 milligrams daily. At that dose, it is used off-label for chronic pain, inflammatory conditions, and autoimmune diseases. So is LDN immunomodulatory? Possibly, but we have to be careful with that word. Low-dose naltrexone briefly blocks opioid receptors. One theory is that after the medication wears off, the body increases its production of endorphins and changes its opioid receptor activity. There are also laboratory data suggesting that naltrexone may affect inflammatory signaling, including toll-like receptor 4, and that this may influence the production of inflammatory cytokines. Those mechanisms make LDN scientifically interesting, but a proposed immunologic mechanism does not automatically mean that a medication meaningfully controls autoimmune disease in patients. So the next, is LDN an immunosuppressant? No, we do not classify low-dose naltrexone as an immunosuppressive medication in the same way we classify prednisone, methotrexate, or biologic drugs. It does not appear to carry the same infection risk associated with many immunosuppressive treatments, but remember, our long-term safety data for LDN in autoimmune disease is also much more limited. And now, truly the most important question, is low-dose naltrexone disease-modifying? At this point, the honest answer is no, not based on the evidence we currently have. A disease-modifying medication needs to do more than reduce pain. In rheumatoid arthritis, for example, it should control synovitis, active inflammation of the joints, and help prevent progressive joint erosion and disability. LDN has not been shown in high-quality clinical trials to prevent joint damage, organ damage, or long-term disability from RA or other systemic autoimmune diseases. There have been some encouraging small studies in conditions such as Crohn's disease, but these are not enough to establish LDN as a disease-modifying treatment, and evidence specifically supporting LDN in rheumatoid arthritis is extremely limited. So what are realistic expectations with this treatment? LDN may be reasonable as an add-on treatment for some patients. It may help reduce pain, improve sleep or quality of life, or potentially decrease reliance on other symptom control medications. It is generally inexpensive and well tolerated. Vivid dreams, insomnia, headaches, and gastrointestinal symptoms can sometimes occur. It also cannot be combined casually with opioid medication because it blocks opioid receptors and may precipitate withdrawal in someone who is opioid dependent. Bottom line is that LDN may be immunomodulatory and it may help certain symptoms, but it has not been proven to modify autoimmune disease or prevent damage. In rheumatoid arthritis and other potentially destructive autoimmune conditions, low-dose naltrexone should not replace proven disease-modifying treatment at this point.